Teachers are the most important resources in any educational institution. They should be trained to create effective learning environment, keep updated on modern instructional devices, and be inspired to become better in the modern world. Philippine Institute of 21st Century Educators Incorporated, or PICE 21, is one of the leading providers of professional development for the 21st century educators in the Philippines. We offer seminars, trainings, and conferences for professional teachers at a very affordable registration fee, and we also accept membership. Committed to provide quality and relevant trainings in the field of education, shall empower the 21st century educators to promote professional development and strengthen the paradigm of excellence. Our core values: P. Professionalism, I. Integrity, C. Commitment, E. Excellence, I. Innovation. Accredited by PRC and the new CPD provider in the Philippines. Accreditation number PTR-2021-346. Be one of us. Let's be the molders of a brighter future. Teachers are the most important resources in any educational institution. They should be trained to create effective learning environment, keep updated on modern instructional devices, and be inspired to become better in the modern world. Philippine Institute of 21st Century Educators Incorporated, or PICE 21, is one of the leading providers of professional development for the 21st century educators in the Philippines. We offer seminars, trainings, and conferences for professional teachers at a very affordable registration fee, and we also accept membership. Committed to provide quality and relevant trainings in the field of education, shall empower the 21st century educators to promote professional development and strengthen the paradigm of excellence. Our core values: P. Professionalism, I. Integrity, C. Commitment, E. Excellence, I. Innovation. Accredited by PRC and the new CPD provider in the Philippines. Accreditation number PTR-2021-346. Be one of us. Let's be the molders of a brighter future.
Every day, I wake up to a feast. Where I can sink my teeth into history. Or shock my taste buds with something new. It's here I learned the color of sweetness, expanded my pantry, and my appetite. Every next bite only leaves you hungry for more.
I4Core Incorporated, or the Industry 4.0 Comprehensive Organization of Revitalized Educators Incorporated, is a professional organization for researchers and educators whose primary goal is to create awareness and immerse in Industry 4.0 research and education trends through training, seminars, workshops, and conferences. It was founded at Veritas Viejo, Iloilo, Philippines last May 2019. Registered by the Security and Exchange Commission and by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. The core values of the organization is I4Core, I Innovation, for Fourth Industrial Revolution Prime Mover, C Commitment, O Optimism, R Responsibility, and E Empowerment. The organization conducted, partnered and cooperated in various seminars, webinars, and conferences for the past 3 years. In pursuit of providing the latest trends in Industry 4.0 research and education, the Industry 4.0 Comprehensive Organization of Revitalized Educators Incorporated will be more committed and passionate to bring excellent and relevant activities in the future. Thank you for the continued support to our organization. I4Core Incorporated, or the Industry
Welcome back to Boracay, the peaceful oasis where lasting memories are weaved. As the Philippines slowly reopens with care, the island paradise is now ready to welcome more local travelers. The Better Boracay. Indulge in the new, clean, and safe haven. With strict health and safety protocols in place, you can leave your worries behind. Where only certified establishments operate to let you stay, dine, and play with a peace of mind. Experience hospitality with the utmost consideration and care. Spend quality time relaxing on the world-famous white beaches. Wake up to a better Boracay. Welcome back.
Every day, I wake up to a feast. Where I can sink my teeth into history. Or shock my taste buds with something new. It's here I learned the color of sweetness. Expanded my pantry and my appetite. Every next bite only leaves you hungry for more.
Teachers are the most important resources in any educational institution. They should be trained to create effective learning environment, keep updated on modern instructional devices, and be inspired to become better in the modern world. Philippine Institute of 21st Century Educators Incorporated, or PICE-I-21, is one of the leading providers of professional development for the 21st century educators in the Philippines. We offer seminars, trainings, and conferences for professional teachers at a very affordable registration fee, and we also accept membership. Committed to provide quality and relevant trainings in the field of education, shall empower the 21st century educators to promote professional development and strengthen the paradigm of excellence. Our core values: P. Professionalism, I. Integrity, C. Commitment, E. Excellence, I. Innovation. Accredited by PRC and the new CPD provider in the Philippines. Accreditation number PTR-2021-346. Be one of us. Let's be the molders of a brighter future. Teachers are the most important.
Welcome back to Boracay, the peaceful oasis where lasting memories are weaved. As the Philippines slowly reopens with care, the island paradise is now ready to welcome more local travelers. The Better Boracay. Indulge in the new, clean, and safe haven. With strict health and safety protocols in place, you can leave your worries behind. Where only certified establishments operate to let you stay, dine, and play with a peace of mind. Experience hospitality with the utmost consideration and care. Spend quality time relaxing on the world-famous white beaches. Wake up to a better Boracay. Welcome back.
Every day, I wake up to a feast. Where I can sink my teeth into history. Or shock my taste buds with something new. It's here I learned the color of sweetness. Expanded my pantry and my appetite. Every next bite only leaves you hungry for more.
Resources in any educational institution. They should be trained to create effective learning environment, keep updated on modern instructional devices, and be inspired to become better in the modern world. Philippine Institute of 21st Century Educators Incorporated, or PICE I-21, is one of the leading providers of professional development for the 21st century educators in the Philippines. We offer seminars, trainings, and conferences for professional teachers at a very affordable registration fee, and we also accept membership. Committed to provide quality and relevant trainings in the field of education. Shall empower the 21st century educators to promote professional development and strengthen the paradigm of excellence. Our core values: P. Professionalism, I. Integrity, C. Commitment, E. Excellence, I. Innovation. Accredited by PRC and the new CPD provider in the Philippines. Accreditation number PTR-2021-346. Be one of us. Let's be the molders of a brighter future.
peaceful oasis where lasting memories are weaved. As the Philippines slowly reopens with care, the island paradise is now ready to welcome more local travelers. The Better Boracay. Indulge in the new, clean, and safe haven. With strict health and safety protocols in place, you can leave your worries behind. Where only certified establishments operate to let you stay, dine, and play with a peace of mind. Experience hospitality with the utmost consideration and care. Spend quality time relaxing on the world-famous white beaches. Wake up to a better Boracay. Welcome back.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I would like to remind our participants that our national training workshop on research designs and methods 2.0, qualitative, quantitative, and mixed method approaches will start shortly. Before we officially start, I would like to introduce myself first. I am Mr. Jose Brianti Casella, the Vice President of Vice I-21, and I'm the moderator and host for this event. Before we officially start, allow me also to inform you of our house rules. First, again, I would like to remind you that your microphone should be muted at all times. Aside from that, I would like you also to conform to the following house rules. For our virtual setup, we are expecting you to, one, always mute your microphone. If you want to say something, press the raise hand button so the moderator may call you to speak. You're also expected to change your Zoom name following the format, family name, first name, and the middle initial. This is for easier monitoring of your attendance. You also have to check your video, microphone, and screen sharing settings to avoid interrupting the session. Opening of the camera is recommended. You're expected to use the official Zoom background sent to you by the organizers. You may or may not show yourself during the session, but are expected to be visible during the photo op. Find a seat or location that is comfortable and well lighted. On questions and clarifications, it will be catered to after the talk or depending on the request of the speaker. Regarding your concern about the technicalities, you may personally message us through our email address or our page. For tomorrow's general house rules, we are expecting you to be one, be punctual. Be in the venue at least 5 minutes before the session starts. Make sure to have your attendance checked and signed before the start of the session. And you limit the use of gadgets. Gadgets may distract you from learning effectively. You finish the whole event. You cooperate with your group mates. Be courteous throughout the whole conduct of the training. Make sure to submit your accomplished attendance and evaluation forms for you to get your certificate. You enjoy every session and make sure to have new learnings after the event. Again, good evening, 21st century educators. Welcome to our national training workshop on research designs and methods, quantitative, qualitative, and mixed method research with a theme reinventing global convergence, scholarly based research for sustainable development and application. Okay, with a theme reinventing global convergence, sorry, reinventing global convergence, scholarly based research for sustainable development and application in educational practices. This event is also sponsored by the Department of Tourism, Regional Office 6. With this, again, we are also encouraging our participants to visit other places of Western Visayas after this event. We're expecting you also to wake up in Antique, aside from Aklan, Capiz, Guimaras, Iloilo, and Negros Occidental. With that, again, wake up in Western Visayas. We are now on the first session of our 3-day event. We are expected to end before or at 9 in the evening for our first topic. And with that, again, bago po natin formal na simulan, mas mainam po na bigyan natin ng pagbati yung mga nauna po ng mga participants dito sa Zoom. And to our other participants, we are encouraging you also to greet us using your own language or ano pa ba? You can also write your expectations about the whole event in the comment section. Okay, ulit mula po sa amin dito sa PICE I-21, maayong gabi sa tanan. We would like also to greet, we have here, I would like to greet Ma'am Aiden May Temonera from Aklan State University. We have great number of participants from Aklan State University. We also have Ma'am here, Ma'am Joy Araza from Samar State University. We also have here Sir Georgette Castro Nuevo from ISAT-U. Hi sir, good evening. We also have Ma'am Ana Maria Denosta also greeting us. Good evening to everyone. We also have Sir Ma'am Carmi Dean P. Pailanco. Maayong gabi watching here at Vicente Aguirre Room or Aguirre Room. She's from Kidapawan City. Okay? Maayong gabi, ma'am. We also have Sir Jerry Hubacon here. Maayong gabi sa tanan. And we also have Sir Bernie Bayogos. Magkikita-kita po tayo bukas ng umaga at La Carmela, Boracay. And with that, makikita po natin face-to-face yung mga bumabati sa atin dito in Zoom. We also have Sir Von Merrill Sonza. Mayad-ayad ng gabi sa inyong tanan. Okay? We also have Ma'am Maria Janet Heroso from Nonescos. Mayong gabi sa tanan. This is Dr. Maria Janet Heroso of Nonescos in Sagay City, Negros Occidental. We have Ma'am Sildy from Aklan State University, Sir Deo James from Marikina Polytechnic College, Ma'am Jade Ann Grace P. Dagsay from Antique or University of Antique, Tario Lim Memorial Campus. Napakarami po ng participants mula sa Western Visayas. And obviously, we also have participants from Luzon and Mindanao. We have here Sir Larry Lopez. Good evening, everyone from West Visayas State University, Lambunao Campus. Okay, we have Sir Stephen John Arellano from Aklan Catholic College. And Ma'am Emeline Grace Estilo from ISU, ST. And Ma'am Alex Ter Villanueva, maayad-ayad gabi sa tanan. She's from Aklan Catholic College. We also have we have Sir John Rogel Orsua from University of Antique greeting us. Kruhay. Okay, we also have Sir Arman Huesca from Central Mindanao University. Sir Kervin Domingo from PMA. We have great number of participants from the Philippine Military Academy. Welcome to Boracay po. Mayong gabi sa tanan from Central Mindanao University in Bukidnon. And we have Sir Lester Natividad. Magandang gabi po sa lahat from Central Luzon State University. And Sir Joser Alamo from West Visayas State University main campus. Okay, antayin lang po natin yung ilan sa mga participants na meron tayo. They're still waiting to enter here in Zoom. And we will officially start after that. Okay, at naisip po natin yung ilan sa mga participants meron tayo to write also their names here in the comment section. This will also serve as a confirmation of your attendance for the first part. I would like to inform you and to remind you as well that for the first session, your signature will are expected to be provided tomorrow morning, also at the registration section at the Carmela de Boracay. So wag po natin kaligtaan pumirma at masigurado na nandyan at nakapagpakita po tayo sa unang session meron tayo. Okay? May mga nauna na po tayong pagbati dito in Zoom. We have Ma'am Cecilia Franco. Good evening po from Nueva Ecija, University of Science and Technology, Gabaldon Campus. Napakarami po ng participants meron tayo from Nueva Ecija. And we also have, okay, let me read. May mga nauna po tayong pagbati. We have here Ma'am Maria Esther Haimali from Aklan State University. We also have Sir Johan Atin from Mindanao State University, Marawi Campus. And Ma'am Jennifer Gonzalez from Cebu Normal University. Sir James Villanueva from Aklan State University. Ma'am Maylene and Ma'am Marites Dumayas, they're both from Nueva Ecija University of Science and Technology in Gabaldon Campus. Okay. Also have here Ma'am Rosel May Piñania from Aklan State University, Calibo Campus. Sir Brian Makasaet from Batangas State University, Alang-Ilan Campus. Ma'am Sherry May Alada from West Visayas State University, Lambunaw Campus. Sir Jonathan Jokno from Marikina Polytechnic College. Ma'am Jessica Zaldivea from Aklan State University. Ma'am Marley Besas from Ramon Magsaysay Memorial College, greeting us. Isang mapagpalang gabi po sa lahat. Okay, Ma'am Sheila Quaresma from Ramon Magsaysay Memorial Colleges. Dr. Grace de los Reyes from Aklan Catholic College. At ulit, napakarami po ng mga participants meron tayo from Aklan. And I guess they're grabbing the opportunity na nandito po yung Philippine Institute dito sa Aklan or sa Boracay. Philippine Institute of 21st Century Educators Incorporated. Pangalawang beses na po natin dito sa Boracay. And we are very happy that we have great number of participants on our second event here in Boracay. Okay, ulit, babalikan natin mamaya yung ilan sa mga pagbati meron tayo. I think it's ideal for us now to officially start our first day here in our National Training Workshop on Research Designs and Methods, Qualitative, Quantitative, and Mixed Method Approaches. With that, we are requesting everyone now to bow your head and be in silence as you're about to pray.
Our ever-loving Father, the core of every reason, the source of truth. You who made the earth and the heavens are the ultimate goal of every knowledge seekers, the infinite wisdom, the cause of all that is good. We are truly grateful for this opportunity to gather together as a community despite the challenges we face each day. Yet you remained and gave us strength to carry on the responsibilities of bearing intelligence and using them for better purposes. We now humbly ask you to join us in our endeavor to explore the wonders of life in the world for knowledge's sake, that in whatever we learn today, we become more grounded to you, who is truth, who is love. We pray that you bless our speakers, the fount of your infinite knowledge, that they can share something worthwhile despite the limited time we have. They can channel all they know and share to us the beauty and truth of living as your child. We pray that you guide our participants, the seekers of your boundless knowledge, that they may continue to persevere in the search and be deemed worthy to share what they learn from today's session. Sanctify us, O Lord, not because we are worthy of it, but because we believe in your love and mercy, that at the end of the day, we can take home something that's amazing and meaningful. This we ask and pray through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Research-related topics and discussions have been the main subjects of the many events facilitated by PICE I-21, and I am happy knowing that we have gathered new and established researchers and academicians in our country at our event here in Boracay. We have participants from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. I will be formally introducing all participants tomorrow at our event at La Carmela Hotel and Convention Center. With that, it's time for me now to officially start or to introduce to you rather our speaker. But prior to that, I would like everyone listening to in the different platforms we have, both in YouTube and here in Zoom, to effectively use the chat function in raising your questions. You can write your questions or insights while our speaker is having this discussion, but expect them to be answered during the question and answer portion. It is now time for me to introduce to you our main trainer and speaker. Our speaker this evening is the University Director for Knowledge and Technology Management at Cagayan State University. He was confirmed as an accredited full-fledged professor by the National Accreditation Committee of the Philippine Association of State Universities and Colleges, or PASO. He started charting his career as a private elementary school teacher, private elementary school head, and faculty of a private higher education institution before his employment at Cagayan State University as an undergraduate and graduate school professor. He obtained his PhD in educational management degree in 2013 at the age of 23, Master of Arts in Education in 2011, and B.Ed generally in 2010. He published numerous research articles indexing Scopus, Clarivate Analytics, and ASEAN citation journals. He has presented research at various international, national, and regional conferences and symposia. He has been awarded Best Research Presenter, Best Research Paper Awardee, and Best Research Mentor. 2018 Distinguished Faculty Researcher in the Social Science category at Cagayan State University. Outstanding Researcher, Silver Awardee in the 2022 Southeast Asian Excellence Awards. Our speaker also has visited, lectured, and presented papers at Asian universities such as the Thai Nguyen University in Vietnam, the National Institute of Education, Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, Christu Jayanti College and Amity University in India, and Buriram Rajabat University in Thailand. He also served as plenary speaker at the Third International Research and Education Conference hosted by the Association of Filipino Teachers and Educators in America, or APTEA, and Bicol State College of Applied Sciences and Technology, and the keynote speaker at the 2021 Bali International Conference of Project Management in Bali, Indonesia. He's also a resident speaker we have here at the Philippine Institute of 21st Century Educators and the National President of the International Congress of Innovation-Based Researchers and Innovators Incorporated. Our speaker serves as editor, guest editor, and the reviewer of various Scopus and Web of Science index journals in the field of education. He has been an associate member of the National Research Council of the Philippines, or NRCP, since 2018 under Division 1, or Governmental, Educational, and International Policy. He was recently approved as a member of the National Research Council of the Philippines for NRCP regular membership this 2023. Lastly, our speaker is one of the top 1,000 scientists in the Philippines in the Alfred Doger Index ranking. Ladies and gentlemen, on a topic, navigating the pathways to successful journal article publication in Web of Science and Scopus, we have Dr. Gilbert C. Magulad Jr. Virtual applause to Dr. Magulad. Hi, Doc.
Hello, Sir Adrian. Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. The PICE I-21 team po ay nandito sa Boracay, which is in the central Philippines, the converging point of the northern and the southern Philippines in the central Philippines. We are here in Boracay right now, and I am very happy to meet those pioneering leaders in research and education who are initiating this activity. Kanina po, just a sharing, na-meet ko na po physically our president, the PICE I-21 president, si Dr. Palmani. And I hope also to meet physically those driving force behind this PICE I-21. And tonight is actually a form of a pocket session because we will be having some information regarding the pathways on how you will navigate, you will start publishing your research. Of course, my gratitude goes to the 80 participants coming from the different regions of the country. This is actually a national event, and just like the bees coming together, producing the healthiest and the sweetest honey, then we are coming together also, creating, converging a way for us to have the sharing of information. I am bringing you a good news tonight, on some tips on how you will navigate some practices or ways in which you can actually publish your research. I do understand that most of our participants tonight are actually coming from the higher education institutions and state universities and colleges. Because of this, what we are referring now as the National Budget Circular 461 or NBC 461. So with this, magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. I hope to meet physically those who will attend tomorrow for the succeeding topics I will lecture. So the first topic in the menu is navigating the pathways to successful journal article publication in Web of Science and Scopus. Let me begin with our learning outcomes for tonight. Of course, we have the learning outcomes. The first one is for you to identify what are the key characteristics of research articles likely to be accepted and indexed in Web of Science and Scopus. Initially, may mga research outputs na kayo, and as you go with the training, until Sunday, we will package, we will refine, we will ready your papers for the scrutiny of these international journals. That your researches will become part of the life and evolving science or the body of literature. Second one is for you to summarize the peer review process, because papers, when submitted, must be able to undergo the process of quality assurance. So therefore, if your papers are submitted, do not wait for 3 days to be accepted. It takes time to be reviewed by experts. So with this, I hope you will understand the importance. How will you address reviewers' comments and suggestions? And of course, the last one will be, what are the strategies for publication success? How will you include a topic, choosing a suitable journal, as well as structuring the paper, aligning to the research journal's scope? And these are the intended learning outcomes I would like to share with you. But most of the experiences I will be sharing are personal, and it's actually a way for me to share something tonight, hoping that all your papers ready to be packaged will be published by these reputable journals around the world. So with this, I'd like to remind you that our workshop targets until Sunday will be the process of a cyclical process of writing, which we will start with planning, then writing. You need to polish your research papers. After being polished, then it passed through the process of quality assurance. Then the reviewers will agree that your paper actually underwent the rigorous process of scientific gathering of data, then it will be published. And after publishing, it does not stop there. The trend today is after publication, citation comes around. That's why it's specific in your guidelines for that CHED-DBM guidelines release. Citation has something to do with how your paper is being utilized. Publication does not stop, your paper does not stop with publication, but it is how it will be utilized and how you will be cited. Take note that the title of becoming a global researcher, a global scientist, is not actually the way that you publish papers, but it is how your papers being published were actually used and utilized by experts and scientists around the world. So if your paper is cited within your university, you are just an institutional researcher. But when your paper is cited by many authors around the world, around the continents of the world, then that is the time that you will be called global researcher, because you are highly regarded as a researcher with high number of citations. Take note that citations is actually a metric, a measurement of research productivity. Okay, so we hope to address all of these in this session. With this, another reminder that we in the university, whether you are in the university or you are in the basic education, we try to understand that what we are reporting to people is a form of scientific communication. It is scientific communication when you gathered something and you would like that the people or the community of practice or the society will use or utilize your research. That's why in the levels of science communication, we have what we call the ripple effects analogy. Take note that the ripple creates wave. And from the ripple effects analogy, it is a researcher who generated the knowledge, and that knowledge should be able to reach the intended users. The S&T generated information should actually part of a scholarly communication. Then it will become a technical communication. Then when it will become a science popularized knowledge, then definitely it will be an advancement to the community or society. That's why in this matrix, I would like to tell you what are the differences of these. So definitely, when it is all about scholarly writing, this is how you will publish your researches, your scientifically gathered information so that other scientists will read. Scholarly writing takes from the knowledge generation, and we are the knowledge generators. We are the professors. We are the instructors. And what is its basic form? It is in the form of original research article. So when we talk of an original research article, it would mean that it is the report about the results of your gathered information. That's why it becomes original research article. And what will be the nature of treatment? Definitely, those who will read your researches will actually be the specialists, the people who share your expertise, who share with your expertise, or people who are actually expert in that specific field of practice. And definitely those who will read your writings will be the career scientists, the professors, the researchers, and the graduate school students. And most of all, what is your goal when you are writing scholarly article? It is for scientific progress. So on other way around, technical writing are just the information exchange. These are more on the technical aspect of the knowledge you generated. But for the popular writing, it's all about the laymanized information from your research article. That's why, if you could notice, there are journals who would like to request video of the researcher talking about, laymanizing about the results of his or her research. In that way, you will be able to reach the intended member of the community who will benefit from your research. So that's actually how we need to understand it. That's why from your scholarly writing, then definitely you may generate information from that, and you can actually lematize it in the form of popular writing. So our focus tonight will be on scholarly writing, on research journal article publication. Moving on. So again and again, gone are the days that when we tell publish or perish. The new aphorism is commercialized or vaporized. That's why when you publish your research outputs, it does not only end in publication. There should be what we call a byproduct of that research. So a research published from its original research article can have a policy proposal, can have institutional policy proposal, can have a product, can have people services, can actually address other areas of that what we call 6Ps: people services, patent, places, and all other forms of that 6Ps we are referring. So therefore, we look back when Bertrand Russell said in 1951, many years ago, that if we lose sight of our social contract to the public, we lose sight of the purpose of research. And that was written in his book, El Impacto de la Ciencia en la Sociedad. So I hope listening professors and instructors here will understand that your research outputs will not only end for research publication, but it has way forward, going to a product, going to a process, or going to a policy. So again, why do we need publication? Because definitely we have two important databases in the world, and they are regarded as a metric for world university ranking. Kung napapansin po ninyo, bakit ang mga universities ngayon nagpapatalbugan ng ranggo in terms of the citations of their professors and faculty members. Nagpapatalbugan as to how many research publications they have. Nagpapatalbugan as to the level of their university in terms of world university ranking. We will not be able to meet all these rankings if we will not start with publication. Take note that there are only two powerful database indexing bodies in the world. These are the Clarivate Analytics, formerly known as your Thomson Reuters ISI, and your Scopus, Elsevier, or your Cyphers. And they are used to rank universities. And of course, they are the metrics also for the Global Innovation Index. They are metrics also to measure the capability of human resource around the world or of a country. So we hope you understand it now, that why state universities and colleges, they put as part of their institutional profile indicator, number of research outputs published. But definitely, there will be no research outputs being published if there are no research outputs conducted. And that is actually the formula of the DBM, the Department of Budget and Management, under our SUC leveling and PBB, that ilan ba yung natapos na faculty members na research, ilan doon ang na-publish niya. That is our measurement. So we hope also to address that indicator. That defines also your research productivity. That defines also how you engage yourselves in research and development initiatives in your institution. Moving on. So today, I'd like to show you that we follow the process that universities are actually adopting. From the triple helix function of a university, dati-dati, we only focus between university, business, and government. That is just the triple helix. Hanggang naging quadra-helix siya, wherein in-involve ang non-government organization. Kaya if you could notice, yung mga researches ninyo, hinahanap, who are your partners? May mga non-government organizations kayo, may mga funding agencies kayo, may mga business enterprises doon. No? So that is the quadra-helix. But today, we make our researches become available for the people through mass media. That's why from triple helix, it becomes pentahelix approach. So our researches, with the advent of technology today, ang dali na lang i-broadcast kung ano yung mga nagawa yung researches. And the flow of information is so fast and so swift at that when we have publications, we try also to put that in Facebook. We try also to put that in many search engines optimization tools. Then probably the more you get citation. And take note that it must be able to fulfill how these stakeholders benefit from your research studies, from your researches. Okay, so with that, the innovation in academia is we are here to transmit knowledge, we are here to create knowledge, and we are here to make public knowledge resource. And of course, to begin with the navigation of your research publication, if you are the author, there is what you call an editorial supply chain. Who supplies the research article? Definitely the authors. And who consumes? Definitely the end users. Who manages its utility are actually the research journals. That's why research journals are what we call the life and blood of evolving science. We welcome that idea. It's the life and blood of evolving science. Every day new information is coming out. Every day new information is coming out to shed light to darkness. And with that, knowledge is so dynamic. Unless it is a law or principle that is actually not dynamic. But in scientific knowledge, napakabilis ang process. That's why kung ang researches ninyo ay tapos ninyo 5 years ago at ipapublish nyo ngayon, medyo nahuli na kayo sa trend at sa panahon. Medyo huli na rin ang information na ibibigay nyo sa madla. So we have to consider the timeliness and proximity of your research outputs. So from the author who will submit research papers, then the editor who will manage, who will look if the paper, if your research articles fit with the journal. If not, then return to the sender. Then if it is fit with the journal, the editor manages it. They send it to reviewers. Reviewers undergo the process of what we call double-blind review. You do not know who are your reviewers. But one thing is certain, they are the expert in the field. As they review the paper, they give comments and suggestions. They scrutinize the method Because after all, what is very scientific in a research paper should be the method section. Tignan niyo yung IMRAD format ninyo, yung method section ninyo, konti lang doon sa IMRAD. Pero, no, konti siya pero it should be precise. It should be replicable. It should be replicated. If not, then ethics will come in. So if you pass through the process of the scrutiny of the editorial board, the reviewers, definitely, meron pang preliminary selection yan. Unang-una, pagkasabit mo yung paper, iraran yan ng managing editor ng kanyang tinatawag na plagiarism scan or turn it in. At neme-measure niya kung yung paper mo ay masyadong mataas ang plagiarism percentage niya or similarity index na tinatawag. Ngayon, matalino na rin ang mga researcher, ang mga students natin. They have what we call ChatGPT. You know, journals are actually having what we call now AI detector. They can already detect if a statement is AI generated, and that is one of the criteria now for the paper to be accepted. Then, with that preliminary screening, pumasa siya, then pumasa sa reviewer, pumasa yung kanyang comments and suggestion na comply ng author, yung sinabi ng reviewer, then after 2 to 3 months, the paper will be accepted. Depende yan sa frequency ng journal. Kung ilang beses siya naglalabas ng kanyang issue, then they will publish it, they will edit it, ready for production, online and print. And who will read it? The users, the community, the experts, or future researchers. So this is how we see editorial supply chain. Now, if users cannot appreciate your paper and they cannot understand how that research would mean to them, then it might not be able to have citation. That's why in the very beginning, we always tell that the research in the introduction section should actually provide the significance or the gap that should be addressed so that future researchers will understand how you address a specific problem of inquiry at your own level. And that is how knowledge is being expanded. That is how knowledge is being multiplied. Okay? So from that supply chain, you understand that there are 2 powerful databases. And yesterday, Dr. Tindawen have actually given you a lecture regarding this Scopus, Elsevier, and Web of Science, but I am an advocate of the loss of learning, the law of repetition, that when you repeat it, then it becomes a practice, then it becomes a mastery for our learners. So for the Scopus Elsevier, it is actually the largest multidisciplinary scientific literature databases. And for your Web of Science, that is basically your Institute of Scientific Information, formerly known as your Thomson Reuters. Now, how do you navigate it? So if you would like to open it, here is the link. www.scopus.com. So you try to look at the link. And this is, nakikita po ba? Nakikita po ba yung presentation natin? Ayan. So ito, siguro alam nyo na rin, no? That's why, how do you track if a paper, if a journal is Scopus or not? You just go to sources. And as you go to sources, you try to put the title of the research journal, the publisher or the ISSN, then they will probably give you the status if it's active or not. Now, ano itong mga nanamberan ng 1, 2, 3? Take note, the most powerful Scopus journal around the world is the Cancer Journal for Clinicians. It is a US-based journal. So, siya pa rin ang nanguna. Followed by Nature Reviews on Molecular Cell Biology, New England Journal of Medicine, The Lancet. So, ito yung top 10. Ito yung top 10 na powerful journals. No? Bakit top 10? Look at the site factor. Look at the highest percentile. And if you click, for example, in the Center Journal of Clinician, for example, this is it. The publisher is Wiley Blackwell, a well-respected publishing company under Scopus. And the Cancer Journal for Clinicians started being indexed in Scopus in 1950 to present. Kung yung book ni Bertrand Russell ay nasulat noong 1951, 1 year after, lumabas naman si Cancer Journal of Clinician. And lahat ng mga resulta ng researches nito are being used by science and health practitioners around the world. That's how powerful it is. And as to the subject area, it's in medicine and focusing on oncology and hematology. Now, if this is the journal, you click on the source page. Nakikita po ba? As you click at the source page, ayan, you can actually see that this is the website of the journal. Okay? So, what will be your first step? Definitely, look at about what is the overview of the journal, because the overview gives you when was the journal started and what is the aim and scope of the journal. So it is all about a journal focusing on cancer research, no? And look how powerful the journal is. It's indexed under different respected indexing bodies. So it's in Elsevier, it's in Scopus also, it's in Web of Science, or in Clarivate Analytics. So this kind of journal is both indexed in Scopus or Web of Science. Ibig sabihin, I call it doble cara. Doble cara kasi Scopus na nga siya, Web of Science pa siya. Okay? So, look at the readership of the journal. The readership, who are reading the journal? Sila, the oncologists, oncology nurses, physician, nurse practitioners, pulmonologists, gastroenterologists, dermatologists, gynecologists, basic science researchers, epidemiologists, medical students, etc., etc., etc. Okay? Now, looking at this process, if you look at the journal, there are gallery videos. No? What is the content of these gallery videos? Okay, the gallery videos can be the product of the research, of the video abstract of the papers published under this journal. You know, this is the new trend today among journals. They just do not publish your papers, but they get video from the author. That gives also an impression that the paper has what we call a possible utility by way of social media, by way of mass media. So it's a form of their promotion. No? So with this, if you wish to contribute, the very basic thing, you just click on the author guidelines. As you click on the author guidelines, you just follow how to submit the paper, what will you prepare in the submission process, what are the post-publication standards after publication, what comes next, and most of all, they require certification from Research Ethics Board. if the paper underwent an ethical consideration. Okay, so ito yung mga patok ngayon. That's why universities also are rushing up to organize their own institutional research ethics committee. Kasi the trend for research journal publication today, may mga journals na ayaw nang i-publish ang mga research paper kung wala ang certification ng mga institutional ethics board nyo or hindi dumaan, no, sa ethics review or walang approval or ethics clearance yung mga researches ninyo. So that is one way also to ensure that papers published are actually conducted ethically. Okay? So balik tayo doon sa pinag-uusapan natin kanina. So that is in Scopus. That's why in Scopus, maraming mga journals ang nandoon. Ngayon, himayin din natin. If you click at the sources, for example, you would like to do a study or you would like to understand or you would like to look for a particular research focusing on education. So for example, so ang dami-daming field ang lumalabas, chemical engineering, chemistry, decision sciences, dentistry, no? Economics, energy, engineering, environmental science, health professions, immunology, material science. Okay? O, i-type na lang natin education. Education. So education is under social science. I click social science and education. I click apply. Then all the journals here under education can be in the form of saglit. Okay, lahat ng mga journal under education ay lalabas. So what has been clicked kasi is social science. Dapat ang naklik lang doon is education. So listening faculty members, you have plenty of journals to choose kung anong field of expertise kayo. Take note that you should be able to know kung saan kayo mag-chart ng career ninyo. Because this is where, this is the field where you will be accredited as a professor. What field do you profess? So that answers also what journal kung saan ka din nag-publish. So for example, you click on education, ito naman yung mga nangungunang journals ng education around the world. So take note, computer and education is actually the leading journal in Scopus. It was indexed in 1976 until this time. And the publisher is Elsevier, and all the subject areas are focusing for education, general computer science. That's why when you click at the source homepage, this is the computers and education website. Read what is all about its scope. So it talks about digital technology that enhance education. So if you have researches on the use of Twitter in education, on the use of WhatsApp in education, on the use of Telegram app in education, you can publish your research here. Okay, so click on the submit your article. Tignan ninyo kung anong journal, ano yung requirement ng journal. No, that's why sabi nga nila, when you are in Rome, do what the Romans do. So when you submit your paper in this journal, then you follow the standard, you follow the format. Okay? Ang tagal naman in-loading. So it is actually an eye-opener for researchers that you publish only in your own field of specialization. So if you are a faculty of education, look for education journal. If you are a faculty of veterinary medicine and that's your field, you publish along your field. Because you will fail to profess your field if you publish in other field of discipline. That's why if you publish a research about a plant and you are an animal expert, then the question is, what is that animal doing in the plant kingdom? Or what is that plant doing in that animal kingdom? So it is how we can contribute something. So for Scopus Elsevier, this is where you can get the source. Another, your Web of Science is actually your MJL Clarivate Analytics. Ang dami nang na-lecture sa inyo nito, ang dami nang nasabi, ang dami-dami na rin tayong pinag-usapan about this one. So MJL Clarivate Analytics is where you will publish also your research. And it is equally considered important database like Scopus. But mamaya we will talk about ano ba ang mas better, Scopus ba or Web of Science? So when you click www.mjl Clarivate Analytics, you click search journal, and for example, you try to have music, humanities, music and education and dance because you are a PE or PE major or what specific major you have, i-click mo lang siya, makikita mo naman, ito yung mga pinaka-basic information po natin the publisher. Sino yung publisher? Sinasabi ng Clarivate Analytics saan? That's why it's published in London, the publisher is in New Zealand, in Australia, So, nakikita nyo naman kung powerful yung journal First world countries have prime impression that maganda yung journal kung sa bansa nila napapublish. Okay? And of course, we have what we call the Web of Science Core Collection, and it's indexed in Arts and Humanities Citation Index, as well as current contents, Arts and Humanities. Now, paano natin hahanapin yung journal? Just click on the View Profile page. And the profile page will tell you kung saan yung link ng journal na yan.
Hi, Doc. Sorry to interrupt, Doc. Okay. I think, Doc, hi, Doc. Can you hear me, Doc?
Yes, Sir Adrian.
Okay. We have here, you're presenting to us a part o yung mga features of Scopus in your discussion, and the one that is appearing on screen remains the definition of, the introduction to Scopus Elsevier and the Web of Science. We cannot see, Doc, that part where you are scrolling.
Okay.
Part of the Scopus, Doc. That's
Sorry,
it, Doc.
because the internet connection is poor.
Okay, Doc.
Okay na po ba?
Yep, Doc, we can
So
see it.
ito yung sinasabi ko po. Nandito na tayo sa Web of Science, sa Clarivate Analytics. So when you, for example, if your field, tingnan natin sa education, for example, education ang hanapin natin, ibibigay niyala pa yung mga journals sa education. So Academy of Management of Learning and Education, Transactions on Computing Education, Active Learning in Education, Adult Education Quarterly. Now, you have here the filter. Nakikita po ba itong filter dito? Filter. Okay. Pag sinasabing filter, sa Web of Science, ito yung mga powerful journals na meron tayo. Science Citation Index Expanded, Social Science Citation Index, Arts and Humanities Citation Index, and Emerging Sources Citation Index. So when you click here, core collection, for example, Social Science Citation Index, ang ilalabas naman niya, journals lang ng Social Science Citation Index. Okay, another. Open access ba ang gusto mo o hindi? Pag sinabing open access, ikaw na author ang magbabayad ng publication fee para open yung paper mo sa lahat. So when you click open access, ito yung mga journal na kailangan mong magbayad ng publication fee. or subscription fee. Then, you click the category, no? Ito naman, if you are familiar and you are so critical about the location of the journal, may mga country naman kayo na pwede nyong pagpilian. Argentina, Armenia, Australia, Bahrain, Bangladesh. No, for example, Philippines ang ilagay ko. Meron po ba tayong SSCI na paper sa Pilipinas? Wala pa po. Wala pa po tayong paper na na-index ng SSCI based dito sa pinapakita kong data ng MGL Clarivate Analytics. Ano pong implikasyon nun? Isa lang naman ang ibig sabihin nun. Hindi pa tayo ganon ka-mature in terms of intellectual generation of knowledge compared with countries that are in the first world. Okay? So, wala pa. So, dahil wala pa, wag na lang sa Pilipinas. X na lang yon. Okay? So, ikaw naman, medyo gusto mo Amerika. So, i-click mo United States of America, for example, ang region na gusto mong pag-publishan. Okay, yung region na pag-publishan mo is US. Okay, United States of America, sila po ang nangunguna dyan kasi nandyan ang Harvard, nandyan ang mga universities na pinagmulan ng mga great theories natin ng education, ni Gardner, no? Ni Piaget, nandito sila. So that's why most of their journals are found here. So for social science index, no? Then you try also to categorize anong language. Definitely English. No, English ang language natin. Ang maganda, yung frequency ng journal. Ngayon, ano po ba yung frequency? Kailan maglalabas ng issue si journal? Annual ba? So you will need to wait for 12 months before your paper will be published. Article by article, bi-monthly, 2 beses siya mag-publish sa isang buwan. May ganun po na journal. Nightly, irregular, monthly, quarterly, weekly. So, mamili na po kayo. Pero kung nagmamadali po kayo sa NBC nyo, pwedeng monthly naman. Okay, pwedeng bi-monthly din. No? At tignan natin. Meron. May journal naman. Okay, pero tignan rin natin kung anong category or anong field siya. So definitely, type natin dito, education. So pag pinindot natin ng education, ayaw niya. Education, mamili kasi tayo dito Education and education. So kapag wala pa. Wala talaga kasi sinosort na niya yung information Sinosort niya yung information. That's why sometimes you just do not choose the country kung saan ka mag-publish. Tignan mo na lang kung yung journal is high impact or mataas yung citation index niya. Okay? So that is for the social science index expanded. Ngayon, may mga journals naman tayo sa Web of Science na medyo mababa. No? Ano po yung medyo mababa? Hindi ganun ka-powerful. So, baba ka. So, may mga other content siya. So, may content area, business, electronics, engineering, life sciences. Ito yung other contents. No? So, kapag tinanggal ko yung core collection, tinanggal ko yung social citation index, arts, humanities, emerging sources citation, ibig sabihin, kahit anong journal sa Clarivate Analytics ay ilalabas niya basta index siya ng Web of Science. So for example, we have one from Switzerland, the Education Sciences, which is the MDPI. So gusto mong mag-publish ng research mo dito, pero hindi siya ganun ka-powerful kasi emerging sources citation index lang siya. Pag sabing emerging, bata pa siya, beginning pa lang siya. No? So if you click view profile, ililid ka niya doon sa website ng journal. So, now, there are issues bakit may mga predatory journals na sinasabi tayo. May mga predatory. For me, one thing is certain, as long as the journal is found in Scopus, as long as the journal is found in Clarivate Analytics, bakit po siya tatawagin na predatory? No? So, that's the quality assurance. That's why ang ginagawa namin, kapag yung isang Scopus journal ay or Web of Science journal na nandyan sa list, sinasabing predatory, we email the data manager of Web of Science and Scopus. After 3 to 5 days, may response sila. The journal is currently active in Scopus or Web of Science. And that is how we validate, no, kung yung mga pinag-publishan ng faculty members ay active pa o hindi. Kasi sinasabi naman ng mga data managers nila eh. So yun yung basis. Okay? So with that, ito yung master journal list natin. I will be showing you journals kung saan din ako nag-publish so that we can have storytelling. Storytelling may experience tayo. So we will try to have a retell of that story. So yan yung naipakita ko kanina. So kung Elsevier Scopus, basta makita yung paper nyo dito, walang problema. Wag lang siyang namarkahan ng discontinued in Scopus. Kasi pag namarkahan siya at kahit nag-appear yung journal nyo at may marka sa baba, discontinued in Scopus, hindi na siya active. Ibig sabihin, natanggal na siya as Scopus. Ganun din sa Web of Science. Yung mga natatanggal na journals sa Clarivate Analytics, they put on hold, they put delisted, they put removed from the database. Because these database are also doing what we call validation and review. Kung yung mga journals ba yan ay ethical o hindi. No? So that is what they are doing now. So kung yung nagpublishan ninyo alanganin na, kahit sinasabing Scopus pa, wala na siya sa listahan, huwag na kayong mag-publish doon. Kasi sayang lang din, hindi rin siya makakount. Okay? So, ang tanong, bakit kayo maging mapili ng mga journals? Katulad ng pagpili ninyo ng mga asawa ninyo, bakit nyo sila pinili? So, this is what Bradford's law said in terms of knowledge generation. A small number of journals publish majority of significant scholarly results. Sa hirap naman ng pag-gather ng data at pagkuha ng informasyon, Bradford's law said, konti lang talaga yung mga journals na nakapagbibigay ng mga significant scholarly results. And most of all, most of the papers are published in relatively few journals. So if you would see the Bradford's law, no, parang ganyan lang yan, no? Kung mas mataas yung journal, mas kokonti sila. Kapag medyo mababa, talagang madami sila. So parang structure din ng society natin, no? So not all databases are equal. Web of Science flagship, ito yung pinakamataos na uri ng journal. Sila yung tinatawag natin na Clarivate Analytics under Web of Science. Bakit? Scopus na rin sila dyan. Clarivate Analytics rin sila. Pagkadami-dami ng citation, pagkadami-dami ng proven track record ang mga yan. Followed by emerging sources, Scopus, then pababa na. Ang pinakamababa ay yung mga paper laban na nakukuha ninyo sa Google Scholar or mga journals na wala pang indexing. So there's actually a structure for this. That's why, like buying a luxury bag brand guide, no? Siyempre, in terms of economical decision, mas mahal talaga ang public kung nasa taas. I could still remember, no, isang faculty namin nag-publish siya ng ng kanyang research paper, 150,000 ang kanyang APC, article processing charge. Pero ang taas naman nung journal niya. So sometimes, pero trusted naman yung journal, trusted talaga. No? May mga journals din naman na libre lang. Libre pero mataas. No? Mataas naman yung kanyang quality. So we should be selective. We should be selective in the way that we know that our papers will be published in a journal specific to our field. No? So that is our guide. So moving on. So yan, nasabi ko kanina, how do you filter for your publication? How do you navigate? Filterin po ninyo. Tingnan po ninyo kung ano yung angkop sa inyo o hindi. Okay? So, sino ba naman yung mga sikat natin na publishers sa Scopus at Web of Science? Nandyan sila. Wiley, Taylor Francis, Sage Open, Walter Kluwer, Emerald, Oxford, Inner Science, Cambridge, Bentham Science, IEE, Wiley, etc., etc. No? So, Scopus can be Scopus Elsevier, Scopus Sage Open. Then Web of Science, Clarivate Analytics. Okay, so I would like to show you one Index Scopus journal where I serve as a guest editor. This is the World Journal of English Language. Ngayon, na-elevate na ang kanyang position as Q2. Dati Q3 siya under Literature and Literary Theory. Take note, as journals exist kasi, yung impact nila mini-measure, mas dumadami yung citation. Pag dumadami yung citation, naging mas powerful. Take note, ang nagsasite should also be journals coming from their level. Hindi yung basta-basta citation lang. Siyempre, may criteria rin sila na ang citation din ay galing sa Scopus, Web of Science, or other powerful journals. So for example, we have the World Journal of English Language, where I serve as one of the guest editors. Elevated na po siya. So you click dito, ito siya, no? So suppose you would like to publish. So Q2 na po siya ngayon under Literature and Literary Theory. Pag sinabing Q2, tumaas na yung ranggo niya sa Scopus. Q1 po ang pinaka-powerful. So I was given the chance to serve as a guest editor under a special issue, Education in Times of Crisis, Methodologies and Solutions. At ito yung mga papers na na-publish. So if you could notice, a special issue could also be given or could be proposed by experts. And the journal will accept it. So gagawin niya lang special issue. Basta, i-assure mo na yung mga topic na makukuha mo ay angklala pa sa tema ng special issue ng journal na yan. So for example, ang topic kasi is Education in Times of Crisis, Methodologies and Solutions. So expect that most of the studies published here were studies during and after the COVID-19, during and the post-COVID-19, how learning occur, how methodologies in education, paano nagturo. So lahat na ito yung tema niya. So if you wish to look at this one, you will also look at the generality of the journal. Ano ba tong journal na ito? So this journal is devoted to publish articles in English language, but not limited to English literature, English linguistics, teaching and learning English as a second language, as an additional language, and as a foreign language. And it's indexed in Scopus, it's indexed in Mendeley. Ngayon, pag clinic po ninyo yung Scopus doon sa database ng journal, yan, ililid ka niya doon sa indexing ng journal. Okay? So, ito yung journal na yan. The journal, the World Journal of English Language, has been indexed since 2020 to present. At ito yung kanyang content, yung subject area niya. So Arts and Humanities, Literature and Literary Theory, Language Linguistics, Linguistics and Language. Ako naman po ay napapasok dito dahil sa kanyang area sa Social Science on Education. So, pag i-click mo siya, ilalabas niya, idadalhin ka niya doon sa kanyang website, which is ito yung kanyang website. So, active pa siya. Now, after that, tignan nyo rin, no? kung ano yung sinasabi niyang focus and scope. So ito yung isang rason kung bakit maraming researchers ang sisira or hindi na-accept kasi hindi naman angkop kasi yung pino-forward natin na article doon sa journal. So dapat yung journal mo, yung article mo, dito siya nakaangkla. No? They should publish actually ELA, ESL, TEFL. So that yung topic mo align lang doon. Huwag sayang kasi tanggal na agad yan. No? Unless kung ang ita-publish mong topic dito, tinatawag natin na content area reading, science yung reading material, English yung paraan na pinanturo mo, i-accept pa nila kasi angkla nga yan dito sa English language. Pero kapag science ang ilagay mo na pure science, hindi na siya angkop. Okay po? So another thing that you need to understand in the journal is ano ba yung kanyang section policies. Pag sinasabing section policies, ito siya. So ang journal na ito ay peer review, pero ang sistema niya ay double-blind peer review process. Double-blind, hindi mo alam kung sino ang nag-review ng paper mo. To avoid bias. And it is all kapag kilala mo kung sino yung nag-review ng paper mo, merong politics yan, may bias yan. So in this information of the journal, it tells also kailan siya nagpa-publish. Nagpa-publish po siya bi-monthly, no? January, March, May, July, September, and November. Or twice a month siya mag-publish or monthly. Depende kung ano yung sinasabi ng journal na yan. Then, you also understand yung mga metrics niya, yung mga statistics niya. So ito ang importante rin sa journal, statistics. Noong 2022, naka-receive siya ng 769 articles coming from different authors around one. Na-reject ang 382, pero ang na-publish ay 310 only. So medyo mataas din ang kanyang percentage of rejection. At medyo stricto din ang journal na yan. No? Now, bakit may special issue? Ang mga journal kasi is having a special issue because they want to welcome collaborations with other institutions to publish special issues. For example, a special issue on a specific topic on conference closely related to the area of research, pwede yan. Articles accepted for publication, na rigorous yung process, no? Na kailangan mo siyang ilagay sa special issue kasi pasok naman sa tema na yan, pwede yan. No? Another thing, an article processing charge will be charged for each article. Kasi ang journal naman po, ano yan? They also maintain their software, they maintain their website, they have staff to do, may mga incentive rin ang kanilang reviewers. So, talagang may bayad yan. No? So, this is how you will navigate. No? This is how will you navigate. And of course, makikita mo rin yung kanyang editorial board. Nakikita po ba? Baka mamaya hindi na naman nakikita yung presentation natin. So, Spain, ang editor-in-chief niya. And there are editorial board members din na ang dami coming from the different regions of the world. Okay? So, this is the World Journal of English Language. So, yung mga English teachers natin dito na may mga researches din, pwede kayong mag-publish ng mga research nyo na angkla dito. So, ito yung latest na pinublish namin na issue. No, the issue focus on the education in times of crisis and dissolution. So basta post-COVID, during COVID and post-COVID, paano nagturo ang mga teachers ng English, paano sila nagturo, so nandito na lahat. So it was given, luckily enough, nabigyan naman ng special issue nung World Journal of English Language. So na-index na rin sa aming mga pangalan yung mga yung issue na ito ng WIGEL. Okay? So another experience is this, no? Presently, I am again one of the guest editors of this Environment and Social Psychology Journal. But itong journal na ito ay bago lang. Kaya kapag sinabing bago lang, wala pa siya doon sa listahan sa database, pero pasado na siya doon sa criteria ng Scopus. So ito yung tinatawag natin na emerging journals din. No? Psychological impact of social factors on education. So we are welcoming issue for until December 31, 2023. So sa December pa yung deadline niya, pero kung gusto yung mag-submit na po kayo. Sakto by December 31, 2023, nasa web database na siya ng Scopus, yung pangalan ng journal na yan. So it makes also a satisfaction on my part and an honor on my part to become a member of this emerging and Scopus journals to act as editor and guest editor. So dito naman, kung buksan ninyo yung journal niyan, ayan, so ano ba yung gusto niyang i-welcome? So ito po, it welcomes a special issue coming from social factors on mental health, well-being of teachers, students, families, policymakers that are affecting the aspects of education, including teaching and learning, student academic performance, culture, family, school-related relationships, and policy decisions. We welcome papers from this special issue. So should you wish to download the flyer, i-download po natin, pero pinorbid tayo na ibigay. So tignan nyo na lang po yung kanyang scope. No? Maganda pong opportunity. Another thing is, tignan nyo rin po, no? Tignan nyo rin kung ano siya. No? Anong format ng paper niya. So you can go to archives. So dito sa archives niya, meron na siyang 2023 volume 8 number 1. So yung kanyang regular issue, so ito yung mga linabas niya na mga articles actually. And we have one study looking at LGBT IQ plus in education for teaching inclusives. No? So voices of teachers from all around the world. And this will be a prelude of my lecture tomorrow because I will be talking on qualitative research. Qualitative research, how do you package qualitative research for publication? So pag tignan nyo rin po, no, i-click nyo yung PDF, ano ba yung nandyan sa research na yan? No, ano yung format niya? Aralin nyo rin kung ano yung format niya nang sa ganon makita niyo kung paano siya ginawa. Take note that in writing, meron tayong tinatawag na model-based writing. That's why, tignan nyo rin ano yung strategiya, paano sinulat ng author. Ganun pala. So that is actually a part of learning. Kasi wala namang naipanganak na magaling nang magsulat ng journal article. No? Lahat naman tayo ay natuto. So ito yung format niya. So this is a research article. So there's an abstract, there's the keywords, the introduction, no? Then materials and methods, research design and instrument, participants, kasi pang international yung kanyang study, data gathering and analysis, the findings, so qualitative yung kanyang ginamit na approach, paano siya nag-thematize, paano siya gumawa ng thematic analysis, tignan din natin yung process. No? And of course, what is important for publication, my listening faculty members, is that ito yung pinaka-common na weakness nila or natin. No? Kung nag-mention ka ng author sa reference, wala naman siyang na-mention sa in-text. So follow also 1:1 correspondence. So if you have 40 references in the article, dapat 40 rin yung minensyon nyo na author doon sa paper. Ganun po yon. 1:1 correspondence. Okay? So I hope by until December 31, makapag-publish po kayo, makapag-submit po kayo ng papers na pwede nating tawagin na accomplishment ninyo sa university ninyo. Okay? Another is this one, no? Ako naman is a language editor of two journals actually under Web of Science, Zoological Record. So Journal of Biodiversity and Environmental Science and International Journal of Biosciences. Itong mga pinapakita ko po na journal na itong pan, hindi siya ganun ka-powerful. Hindi pa siya ganun ka-powerful na Web of Science. Kumbaga, zoological record. Pero nasa Web of Science na siya. No? Kaya sabi ko, it's better to have a half blanket than no blanket at all. So, for beginning and emerging researchers, baka pwede yung i-consider kung kayo ay nasa field of health, agriculture, environmental science, biosciences, try to consider also. No? Nasa Clarivate Analytics po ito. Let me show you yung kanyang pagiging Clarivate Analytics. www.clarivate.mjl Clarivate Analytics. Ayan. So for example, ito, Journal of Biodiversity and Environmental Sciences, nakikita po ba? Ayan. So nasa listahan naman po siya ng Clarivate Analytics, pero hindi lang siya ganun ka-powerful kasi zoological record. Pero sabi ko nga, at least, no, nandoon siya. Andun siya at pwede nyo pa siya gamitin. Okay, the other one is International Journal of Biosciences. Search it. Nandoon naman siya. Okay, so you try to consider it as a pathway for you. Kasi writing comes in a progressive process. No? Developmental po ang pagsusulat. I, for one, did not start to publish in high impact journal. It all started in ACI, Asian Citation Index, Philippine-based. And I'm very thankful with the journal na ako ngayon ay member ng board niya is this, Asia Pacific Journal of Multidisciplinary Research. Karamihan sa mga researches ko dito na-publish. Because it all started, no? Ito naman yung paano siya nag-start. So at least nasa Asian Citation Index siya, is still being considered as reputable. Pero ang usapan lang kasi natin tonight is Scopus at Web of Science. Okay, another sharing. I was also given an opportunity to become part of a journal, both indexed in Scopus and Web of Science, na nasa mababang uri, under the journal Studies of Applied Economics. But my focus here is on the economics of education. Kasi may economics of education po tayo. No? So, as if I became a member, and lahat yung mga paper na dumaan din sa amin ay mga papers focusing on the economics of education during the COVID-19. Ano yung management strategy ng mga school heads, yung mga university leaders, on how they will economize, how they budget, how they look on the implementation of education. So pwede po 'yon. So napalabas po namin yung issue niya sa journal na ito. And ipakita ko lang po, no, that there are many pathways for you to explore in terms of journal article publication. Ang concern lang kasi natin dito, mabagal yung net namin. Kaya medyo ang tagal. So patience is a virtue naman. But sige, tignan na lang po muna natin yung applied studies on economics. Dati, no, I will show you a journal na dati ay index siya sa Scopus pero natanggal siya. No? Natanggal siya sa Scopus. So, Studies of Applied Economics, tignan po natin. Okay. Studies of, may I go with the title? Studies of Applied Economics. Hindi niya maibigay. Kasi talagang tanggal na ata siya. But anyway, ayun. Ayun po siya. Estudios de Economía Aplicada. Okay, dati wala, nagtanggal na, nag-update na po ang Scopus. So dati, index siya ng Scopus, pero at the same time, index din siya ng Web of Science. Pero hindi niya na-sustain yung kanyang quality din. Not in my special issue, but in its succeeding issue. Kasi during our time, active pa siya at index pa siya. So most of the papers here na na-publish under this issue ay nandoon sa Web of Science. Nandoon sa studies of, nandoon sa database ni Scopus. Okay? Another is this. So this is one of the powerful journals na nag-publish ako. But believe me, libre po ang publication ko dito. It's a Sage Open Journal. Kukunti pa lang po yung mga Filipino kwan po natin na may mga publication dito sa journal kasi yun nga, matagal hintayin, at the same time, istikto din ang review niya. So, should you wish to publish here, safe na po ang iyong article kung sa Sage Open nyo ilagay. Okay, so nandito siya. Sage Open is Gold Open Access Journal. Pag sinasabi po kasing Gold Open Access Journal, gold po siya, ibig sabihin, mahal. Mahal ang kanyang APC. Pero alam niyo po, ang nagamit ko dito is Philippines is a third world country. So sabi ng journal, free po ang mga studies galing sa third world. Kaya ang sinisingil nila yung mga nasa first world countries. So dito sa paper na ito, dito sa journal na ito, tignan nyo rin kasi maraming mga discipline din siya. You can select kasi as to social science. You can look for the information din kung sino yung kapag-publish dyan, sino yung editor, sino yung mga authors, no? And ang patok na sinasabi ko, may videos na rin po sila. No, may mga videos na rin sila how to conduct, no? Bakit ayaw niyang itaas 'yon? Okay, may mga videos na sila. How to become a peer reviewer, how to conduct a peer review, how do you peer review ethics. Ganon, may mga tawag dito, may mga video documentations rin sila based doon sa journal. And if you look at here, no, the first thing you need to understand is paano po ba mag-publish. So submit a paper, for example, click submit a paper, sasabihin niya, ito, ganito siya. Submit a paper, ang una mong tignan, article processing charge. Ito ngayon ang kanyang article processing charge, $1,500. So $1,500, mukhang isang maliit na bahay na yan. No? Maliit na bahay sana yan, pero pinag-publish mo sa research mo. Depende rin yan kung ano yung motivation mo na researcher. Kasi nasa iyo naman yung choice. No? Pero sa ating mga Pinoy, pwede kayo mag-send. Kasi free naman nila yung mga papers natin. Okay? So, Sage Open is one of the journals under the Web of Science. Andito po siya. Balikan natin yung Web of Science. Nakikita po ba? Okay, mag-sign in po tayo. I-validate natin kung siya pa ay nandoon sa mataas na uri ng Clarivate Analytics. At the same time, Scopus din siya. Scopus din siya. At the same time, okay. You click Sage Open, search journal. Okay, so yan. Social Science Citation Index pa din siya. So nasa mataas na uri ng journal. Then current content. So pag sinabi mong view profile page of the journal, sasabihin niya. So kailan siya unang nag-publish? Noong 2011. Saan country? United States of America. Okay? Then you try also to look kung ano yung kaniyang link. So you can copy the link, then you can actually explore kung pwede kayong mag-submit dyan. So this is, the one I'm showing you is my paper published under Sage Open. This was published in 2018. Okay, another is ito, is the Frontiers in Psychology. This one is also equally, equal din yung power dito sa Sage Open kasi nasa ano din po siya nasa Web of Science. So this is the paper, Frontiers in Psychology, and I was given the opportunity to have a publication here in the Frontiers of Psychology and on the prediction of teachers' technology acceptance behavior. Okay? So ang maganda rin dito, tingnan nyo rin kung ano yung sinasabi ng journal, no? Ano yung kanyang format para nang sa ganon malaman ninyo kung ano yung trend sa kanya, ano yung sinasabi niya. Okay po? So you may publish dito, you may send your paper. Hindi po ako nagpo-promote ha, experience, sharing lang po ng experience ito. Another is ito naman is the International Journal of Learning, Teaching and Educational Research. Maganda din po ito kasi they publish monthly, and in this journal, no, you can actually publish papers in education, in technology education. So depende kung ano yung kanyang gustong scope. So based dito, no, I have here a copy which is the research, the use of technology-based tools in ensuring quality of publishable research article. And if you click doon sa PDF, okay, so ito po yung journal. Ito po yung journal, so may abstract siya. Take note that when you publish your research po, pag sinasabi po nating IMRAD, you follow the IMRAD format. IMRAD stands for Introduction, Methods, Results, and Discussion. Ganun lang yan. Okay? So this is the paper on the International Journal of Learning, Teaching and Educational Research. Pa-elevate na rin po ang journal na ito. Parang running for Q2 na siya. So Q3 na siya ngayon. Q3 na siya ngayon. Another is this, no? The Journal of Technology and Science Education. This one is also a good journal wherein you can publish you can publish your topics referring to technology education, referring to teaching and learning, okay, your contribution to the improvement of science and technology education, pwede po yan. No? Pag click nyo po yung about, ito yung focus and scope niya. Mataas na rin po siya ngayon, no? Nasa Q2 na siya. Q2 na siya on computer science application. So the area is on education, pwede po siya sa physics, chemistry, and math. Pwede siya sa telecommunication, pwede siya sa electricity at electronics, industrial computing, aerospatial, automotive, etc. So, now, ito yung deciding factor. Magkano naman po ang bayaran namin? 395 euro. So, ito is nasa 18,000 pesos. No? And you try also to look, no, kung ano yung kanyang mga special issue. Yung mga science teacher po dito, yung mga science, yung mga technology professors dito, pwede nyo pong i-consider ito kung yung topic ninyo is focusing on technology and science education. No? For example, you click doon sa archive niya, aralin nyo rin po kung ano yung mga issue na nandyan. So, this journal already conducted an international congress, no, research conference. At yung abstract at yung mga papers na submit sa sa conference na yan, ginawang special issue. So welcome po yan sa Scopus. No? And in progress na rin ang kanilang volume 13. So tingnan natin, ano yung mga na papers na nandoon na. So they have actually the effectiveness of study, implement model e-learning based project, augment reality, problem-based learning using e-module, digital tools and active learning, reflection on teaching, capability of vocational students. So tingnan natin yung format. So ito po yung format niya. Okay, loading siya. So walang po pinagkaiba ang mga format ng mga journals natin. IMRAD po lahat yan. May mga journals din na generous sila, they gave their template na. At yung template na nila ang sundan mo, yun doon ka na rin maglagay ng data mo. So mas maayos na later on yung development ng paper po. So this is the example. Ito po yung itsura ng article. Ano pong nanonotice ninyo? Doon sa baba, sa pangalan ng author, meron kayong tinatawag na ORCID number. ORC ID. Yung ORC ID ninyo. It's an identifier of the author. So dapat yung mga listening faculty members natin dito, gawa po kayo ng ORCID number ninyo. That is your identifier para mas madaling matrack yung paper po ninyo. So abstract, introduction, no? Haba-haba ng introduction, research method, okay, paano i-present ang table, ganito po siya. Yung ibang journal, ang title ng table nasa taas ng table. Ang ito naman nasa baba yung title ng table. So kanya-kanyang rules, kanya-kanyang policy. Ganun din ang figure, no? If you could notice, may mga journal din na separate ang result, separate ang discussion. Please take note of this kasi may mga journal na ganon. Sineseparate nila yung result at separate yung discussion. May mga journals naman na pinahahalo muna yung resulta at saka discussion. So for example, na-present yung table na ito, you presented the result, after the table should be the discussion. Ito naman, present mo muna lahat yung resulta at table, i-discuss mo pa sila minsanan sa discussion section. So yun yung format niya. Kaya dito, yung discussion niya separate. No? Ang maganda rin po dito, pag sinasabing conclusion, ayan, hindi masyadong mahaba. No? It provides also implications for future research. Yan po. Okay, now how do you look? No, may ituturo po akong pamamaraan kung gusto ninyong mag-publish po dito. Buksan po, kasi ang sabi dito is, kailangan mong mag-cite ng papers galing sa kanila na related sa paper mo. Suppose, si Dr. Jafet Nabayra, congratulations Dr. Nabayra, newly doctor po siya, no? For example, ang kanyang topic is on e-module, for example. Ano yung na-publish na e-module about dito sa WoS, about sa Journal of Technology and Science Education. So, magbibigay siya ng terms. For example, isosort mo yung publication. Let's say, for example, December until December. December 1, from December, for example, December 8, 2018 to December 19, 2021 or 2022. May ilalagay yan, ano yung discipline, anong keyword, no? Ano yung method na ginamit, ano yung coverage. So pag yan, baba mo na, ayan na, bibigay na niya kung ano yung mga topic na pwede mong i-cite. So in process problem-based learning using e-module, the use of augmented e-module in physics, the use of course material on chemical thermodynamics course, etc., etc., etc. So bahala ka na author kung ano ang pipiliin mo. Okay po? Next. Another is this. No? I also have publication dito sa European Journal of Educational Research. Ito naman po magandang journal rin. Tumaas na rin, Q3 na po siya. So I was able to publish one paper under classroom management styles. So explore po natin itong journal na ito. Alam niyo po, I'm sharing you this journal kasi kahit papano, quality ang journals na yan, friendly din po ang approach nila sa author. No? Kasi mahirap lang i-comply yung mga suggestions nila, pero ganun din talaga, kailangan mong i-comply. Kung gusto mong i-refute yung sinasabi ng mga reviewer, kailangan mo talagang panindigan na yun. So Q3 na po siya sa education. And one thing more, no? Tignan natin doon sa submit now niya. Tignan natin kung magkano ang kanyang publication fee. Kinakailangan niyang mag-sign in ako. So nasa isang laptop ko po kasi yung account ko na yon. So i-review na lang po, tignan niyo yung mga na-archive. For example, may makilala kayong author diyan. For example, type niyo yung pangalan o yung apelyido ko, no? I-search niyo. Ayan, ilalabas naman po niya. Okay? So ilalabas naman po niya yung publication, yung information. Ang maganda dito, may data analytics po siya. Ilang pages? Sino na ang meron ng 920 na tumingin? Meron na rin siyang 568 na downloads. What is good with this is it gives you the metrics. Yan. Ibig sabihin itong paper ko, meron na siyang views na 920, may download na 568. Meron na siyang citation sa concept na 2 at na-cite na rin po siya sa Scopus ng 2 beses. So, this means to say, hello. This means to say na yung paper mo hindi lang siya na-publish na walang nagbasa. At least nakita mo, may nagbasa sa paper ko. May nagbasa sa papel ko na yan. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lang yung katulad ng you publish, wala nang nangyari. No, you can track also the development of your paper. In fact, we must be able to understand that if we are researchers, we must have what we call the process of tracking. Meron din tayong tinatawag na tracer study sa mga publication natin. Tinitrace rin ba natin kung sinong nagbabasa at nagdodownload, sinong site sa atin? So that gives also the metrics kung productive na author tayo o hindi. So ang maganda dito sa journal na ito, ano yung journal information niya? Ano rin yung kanyang scope? Tignan natin yung scope niya, baka pwede niyong i-consider. Yan. So pwede po siya sa adult education, art education, basta education ang topic. Pwede siya sa leadership, pwede siya sa policy, pwede siya sa e-learning, health, pwede siya sa language, pwede siya sa music, pwede siya sa STEM education. So in short, kung ang education mo, kung ang field mo ay education, pwede mo siyang gamitin sa professorial accreditation niyo. Okay? Sige po. Next, ito naman, ACI na po itong pinapakita ko. So member po ako dito. This is under Dr. Jake Laguador. Okay, I have also a publication in the Normal Lights. ACI index po siya. Sisingit ko na lang po ang ACI kasi reputable po siya sa Philippine landscape, Philippine scenario. No? So the Normal Lights is the journal publication of teacher education under Philippine Normal University. Okay, so when you click, you will notice kung saan siya, no? Ano yung kanyang format, ano yung kanyang itsura. Ang tagal niya. Okay? Anyway, I will be sharing you naman po yung mga slides ko. Okay, so I have also a chance publishing in the Journal of Southern Leyte. Asian Citation Index rin po siya under the Journal of Educational and Human Resource Development. Yung isang study ko, the cognitive and attitudinal effects of movie poster making method in college classroom. Awan ng Diyos, pumasa naman po, yun lang, yung hirap mo na mag-revise at mag-comply sa pinagsasabi ng mga reviewers mo. But at the end of the day, makita mo pa na may nagbabasa, may gumagamit at nasa site ka. Okay? So, what are the tips? I would like to acknowledge yung source ng pinangkuhanan ko ito. I got these slides from the training I attended, sponsored by the UP Diliman, UPLB, yung kanilang journal na index ng Scopus at Web of Science. GESAB, Journal of Environmental Management. So, tip 1, be savvy, wise, sage knowing. Don't give an editor a good reason to put your article in the trash file. See to it that your paper is original, it has relevance to the extension of existing knowledge, and your research methods are conclusions, valid and objective. You must be able to understand po, wala pong perfect na methodology ng research, pero mayroon tayong tinatawag na scientifically accepted. So put yourself in the editor's shoes if you wish to publish your paper. Dapat clear, yung structure pa lang niya, okay, quality of the writing should communicate well. The paper is sound, logical, and it's good. It has good argumentation. It must be based on theoretical and practical implications. It should have decency and relevance of reference. Kaya pag sinabing 5 years lang ang reference mo, 5 years lang. Huwag kang magdagdag ng 30 years ago unless kung laws, unless kung theory yung sinasite mo doon. Okay? So tip 3, improve the dissemination by, take note, listening faculty members, your research will not be read, will not be cited kung wala ka ring tinatawag na marketing plan. So therefore, your marketing plan, consider who will read your paper. Therefore, make your paper interesting. Make your paper thought-provoking. Para the more people will read, the more people will cite. Or ano ba yung contribution mo sa field na yan. Another, in the title, use short title, no? And don't mislead people. Fewest possible words to describe the content of the article, and indexing and abstracting depend heavily on the accuracy of your title. Improperly titled article may be virtually lost and may never reach the intended audience because we are writing for the community. So in your abstract naman, if you can make it 250 words, 250 words lang. Wag mo nang habaan. And of course, the references, as what I have mentioned, it should be complete, correct. And therefore, it has one-to-one correspondence. Pag sinabing nandun sa in-text, dapat nandoon naman sa list of references mo yung author na yan. Another is Consider also the ranking of your journal. Ang contention, ang ano naman po natin, basta ma-sure nyo siya na Scopus, Web of Science, ACI. And if you are a beginning researcher, congratulations. Pero if you have already experience publishing in Q3, Q4, why not try submitting in a journal with higher indexing? Kasi ang Scopus po, meron ang pinakamataas na uri ng Scopus, Q1, followed by Q2. So yung Q1 stands for quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3. At ang pinakamababa, yung tinatawag na Q4 or quartile 4, ito po yung journal na bago lang siya na index or journal na malapit na siyang ma-delist. So para safe, Q2 or Q1. No? Then try also to understand the metrics in that journal. Sino ba yung nagpa-publish dyan? Baka mamaya ang mga nag-publish dyan puro Pinoy. Hindi po pwede yon sa international scope. Kasi may rule din po, no, na kung journal na international yan, dapat mayroong publication galing sa ibang bansa. Hindi lang puro Pinoy ang nagsulat niyan. Okay? Another is your impact factor. The impact factor of the journal has something to do also on the citation of your paper. Publish also in a journal na medyo mataas yung kanyang impact factor. No, for the 3 period, kino-compute how many have cited the paper. That's actually the impact factor. No? So kung walang ka-impact, medyo be critical about it. Another is look at a journal that is most well-known in terms of ranking. So it's heavily biased towards North America, wag na doon. Kung yung journal puro Africa naman ang inaano niya, wag na doon. Tingnan nyo rin yung internationality ng paper ninyo. Because internationally component of the paper comes also with how the paper is actually convincing readers that your paper is citable. Ito yung pinaka-importante rin. Usage is a better measure of utility. The usefulness of your research. And how your research article, no, most communicative societies and international, see to it that your research papers will be in a journal na safe siya and it will be easily accessible for readers. Definitely, ang magbabasa lang naman ng paper ninyo, yung kaparehas yun ng field. No? Again, there are many rankings that provide useful, potentially more relevant info, like the Web of Science. Scopus is always expanding. Try also the Asian Citation Index. No? Pero yung ang dami sa Google Scholar, pero marami kasi ang nasa Google Scholar na hindi siya quality. No? So each index, the downloads, the National Research Assessment, and academic research. So how will you know the impact of your research? Publish in your field, Journal of Information Science, Online Information Review, and Scientometrics. That gives you impression if the journal is being read or not. Okay? And of course, for tip number 6, how to spot predatory journal. Kailan nyo ba sinasabi kasi na predatory ang journal? So, meaning to say, kung yung paper mo sinabit mo ngayon, accepted na siya bukas, there should be an iota of doubt. Predatory yan. No? Yung wala ka pang na-accept na review, wala pang plug scan, wala pang every accepted na predatory yan. Okay? So, we call them as fly-by-night journals. So the journal asks for submission fee. The journal titles notes on national or international affiliation that does not match with its editorial board or location. The journal says an issue will be available at a certain time, but the issue never appears. Then it's predatory. Okay. So what is our final tip to our listening researchers? Be good and solid in research. Attend workshops and conferences like what the PICE I-21 is conducting. Practice writing of researches, update literature. Most of all, be prepared for harsh reviews and comments. Learn to accept criticism. respond to all reviews, and give details of changes. And you as a researcher, be a reviewer yourself. So the question is, have you written a very good story? Meron bang title page? Meron bang abstract? May intro ba? Materials and methods? May results and discussion ba? May references ba? Kung kompleto yan, congratulations, no? Pero ang pinaka-importante kasi dito sa IMRAD natin, the materials and methods. You should convince the reviewer that you scientifically use a tool, you properly use a method, and most of all, kung science yung research ninyo at talagang pure science siya, hindi mo siya pwedeng i-ano lang, kailangan siyang i-replicate, kailangan siyang replicable, no? Pag sinabi mong 0.5% yung ginamit mo na treatment at formulation, 0.% lang yon yung treatment na yon. Kung inulit niya at hindi lumabas, inulit nila, hindi lumabas yun ang claim mo, may iota of doubt. No? So with that, how does it work? Look back through cited references, how your idea was developed. That's why you marry what the published paper before and look forward through citation how your paper lead to new ideas. That is how we see the backward and forward information regarding your paper. No? So that's why kapag may papakita ko mamaya para makita nyo kung paano na-develop at paano nag-emerge yung isang paper. So when you select for a published Cation journal, tignan ninyo, may peer reviewer ba, may ethical publishing practices ba, may timeliness ba, no? May international editorial convention ba? Ibig sabihin yung mga editorial board members galing ba ng ibang bansa, baka mamaya puro galing ng Boracay lang. Okay? So full English in text. So try also to consider all of this. Okay? So with that, no, I'm showing you, saan po bang office ng Clarivate Analytics? Nasa Philadelphia, USA po sila. Saan po naman ang Scopus? Marami po silang offices. Meron po silang office sa Amerika, Brazil. Meron po sila sa Australia. At meron din po sila sa Middle East. Okay? So why scientific review is important? Because if you are the author, you should tell the truth. Nothing but the truth, but the whole truth. It allows you to disseminate the novel ideas, validate and rebuttal existing concepts, and it's a form of communication. That's why science communication comes in. No? Ito yung reason bakit nare-reject. Alam niyo naman po ito. Defective ang intro mo, defective ang method mo, defective lahat. Bakit natin ipapublish? So, lalong-lalo na in a certain study by Eschela, no? Ang ginawa niya study yung common errors in medical science journals. Take note, medical science journals. Alam mo naman kung medical science journals, kung doktor ka ba, katulad sa statistics, yung margin of error mo, kung 10 yung pasyente mo, upward po bang mamatay yung 3 na tinurukan mo ng gamot at mabuhay yung 8 or mabuhay yung 7. So definitely kung medical science, crucial yan, critical yan. So how? No? Pinablish ng journal, yung pala mali yung findings, mali pala yung proseso mo. Binasa naman ng doktor, tinurok naman niya o di hindi na nakakontribute sa development. Instead of making the farmers richer, we are making them poorer. That's why we should be aware of our negative and positive results. It's a social responsibility of a professor and a researcher kung ano yung findings na pinagsasabi natin sa tao at pinapublish natin. So your publishable paper should be original, innovative, developmental, and mechanistic. It should have value to science and most of all, your investment society. Okay? So, again naman ito, kung yung research po ninyo, just a way for you to navigate, 5 minutes na lang po ako, yung research outputs ninyo, publishable po yan ng 3. Yung thesis ninyo, dissertation nyo, publishable po yan ng 3. Una, ang papublish mo yung literature review. That's the practice of graduate school abroad. Bakit nyo inaalaw yung estudyante na gumawa ng research kung hindi niya alam ang gap ng research niya? Second, lalong-lalo sa applied and pure sciences journals, methodological article ka muna. Ang sabihin ng methodological article, magbasa ka kung ano yung pinaka-appropriate at scientific method to measure an attribute or an element. Then, results of your study. Ito yung original research article, methodological article, and review research article. That's why yung chapter 2 ninyo, which is a review of related literature, publishable po yan. Chapter 3, publishable yan. Chapter 4 and 5, which is the results of your study, publishable yan. Okay? Pero avoid salami slicing, na lahat naman na ng statement of the problem mo, pinablish mo na. Hindi po pwede yon. So, kailangan mo ring tignan kung ano yung contribution niya sa tao. Again, publish in limited access, open access, but not to predatory journals. So, from that journal, tignan nyo, isa lang din yung format niya, intro, methods, results, and discussion. Pag makuha po nyo itong format na ito, very good na po yung paper ninyo. Basta kompleto yung attributes na yan. Katawan ng tao po ito, for example, may buto, may maliliit na buto, so lagyan nyo ng ibig sabihin. Okay? But today, technology is a tool in terms of getting our kids and getting ourselves working together. The teacher is the most important, sabi dyan. Ibig sabihin, when we do advising, revising, reviewing research papers, may mga technologies din tayo na ginagamit. And I'd like to show you some. Ito yung mga academic phrase bank na pwede nyong gamitin for our thesis students, for our research. Pati kayo, faculty members. May mga research title generator rin tayo available online, pero do not rely on these, but they should be facilitative. No? May mga online thesis generator. Take note, meron din tayong key text. Alam niyo ba yung key text? Ginagamit ko po ito. Kasi masyadong namamahalan ako doon sa Turnitin at masyadong may Turnitin naman po kami pero matrabaho. Kaya ang ginagawa ko na lang, plagiarism checker through key text, o kung one paragraph lang yung one paragraph yung nasulat at may kinot ako na article, subject ko sa key text, sasabihin niya kung ilan yung na-plagiarize. Ganon yan. O agad-agad, ora-ora, na-check mo na agad kung ano yung i-improve mo. Okay? Hindi ko alam kung na-try nyo na po mag-key text. Sige, i-try po natin. Suppose kuha tayo ng statement sa isang article kanina na pinag-aanuhan natin. For example, ito, European Journal of Educational Research. For example, kinopya natin. Lagay po natin siya sa key text. Type po natin. I-check natin for plagiarism. Ayan, dinedata analyze na niya. At least po ito free. Pero mukhang matagal ata yung ating ano. So, tinitingnan niya ilang percent na ang na-plagiarize. 14%. So, sabi niya, yung kinopya mo 100% galing dito sa source na yan. Okay? So, pwede nyo pong gamitin yan. Para pag submit nyo ng article ninyo, mas confident kayo na may originality yan. Okay po? Okay. And of course, I will not talk this one anymore, no? Kasi parte yan ng training ko bukas. I would like to introduce yung bago ngayon, yung tinatawag natin na Research Rabbit. Sino ang familiar sa inyo itong Research Rabbit na ito? Research Rabbit. Alam niyo, maganda po itong Research Rabbit na ito. Kaya yung sinabi ko kaninang may backward at forward information about sa topic. Research Rabbit is the new hindi ako nakakuha na. Ay, bakit? Saglit lang po ha. Okay. So this is the research rabbit. Ito na po yung bagong natin ngayon, connected paper, at ito yung bagong site natin. If you could notice, pinasend ko sa inyo in several trainings yung paggamit ng site at paggamit ng connected papers, kung ano yung, sino yung na-mention ng author na researcher. Ay nako, it will take time kung i-ano natin. Okay, hindi ko siya na ano. So explain ko na lang po. Explain ko na lang siya. So ito, for example, ito yung research rabbit, paki-download niyo siya. You put a topic. For example, ito yung topic of difference between educational management, educational leadership, and importance of educational responsibility. Pag linagay mo, there are similar work with is 10,031 papers. Sino yung mga author? 7. Pag click mo per paper, i-connect ka niya doon sa sinite niya at yun sa mga nag-cite sa kanya. Kaya parang connected papers, it gives also the idea sa mga researcher yung development ng paper. No? It gives the idea kung paano na-develop yung paper. So for example, ito, no? Learning style, for example, may mga similar paper siya. So noong click ko yung pangalan ko, ang lumabas yung mga bilog-bilog na yan. Sino po yung mga bilog-bilog na yan? Sila yung mga nag-cite na sa akin. No? Kapag click mo naman yung isang author dito, bibigyan ka na naman niya ng bilog-bilog, sila naman yung sinite niya. Ganun yun. So, you know, the development of knowledge is developmental. Kaya you should have the backward and forward information for a research that will fill the gap in the literature. Ano ang in-address na author na ganito? Ano yung in-address ni author na ganito? Ano yung naging byproduct ng research niya? Sino yung nag-cite sa kanya? Anong country? So that gives also a data analytics of your paper. Okay? So alam niyo ito, this one is very powerful, but it gives wrong information. But I do not discourage you. Pwede yung gamitin basta facilitative lang po ang paggamit nito. Okay? And I'd like to end my presentation with the latest information we have, which we call it as the Perplexity AI. Sino ang nakakaalam sa inyo yung Perplexity AI natin? Sino pong gumagamit sa inyo ng Perplexity AI? Meron po ba? Wala na? Walang gumagamit ng Perplexity AI? Okay, your Perplexity AI is more powerful, much more powerful than ChatGPT. Ito po siya. Suppose you would like to ask an information na gusto mong tugunan at yung information na yun is titignan mo kung scientific o hindi. Use Perplexity AI. For example, what is the price of bagoong in the Philippines today? For example, tignan natin kung ano ibibigay niyang data analytics. Search mo siya. Okay. The price of bagoong in the Philippines are the following. Data from Lazada, data from Dison Farm, data from Online Palengke, data from Grocery Filipino. And what is important, yung mga one doon sa dulo, yun yung source ng information. Better than ChatGPT. Okay, another is what is the data of sugarcane industry in Central Luzon, for example. Very scientific yung data na sinasabi natin. Sabi niya, sugarcane is one of the crops produced in Central Luzon. In Central Luzon, produce 514.6 thousand metric tons of sugarcane, accounting to 84.1% of total production, followed by Pampanga and Nueva Ecija. You click based from Philippine Statistics Authority and DOST. You click Philippine Statistics Authority. The data is very scientific. Here is the data of sugarcane in Central Luzon. And what about in the DOST? Ito naman yung kanyang data. Okay, why I'm giving this one as an offshoot of navigating potential publication? Remember that what we are putting as literature in your research article, they should be factual and realistic. Huwag tayong maglagay ng imaginary kung sinong kwan. Kaya sometimes sinasabi, mathematics is one of the problems in school. Kanino nagsabi? Wala, basta sinulat lang niya. Walang literature backup. So be able to understand this. Okay, so the data, for example, of sugarcane comes from Picard, DOST. So nandyan. Okay, so use Perplexity AI for you to improve your research article. With that, I hope much has been discussed with the information I presented. I hope that you will be able to improve your paper the way they should be improved and the way they will pass the scrutiny of the reviewers and editors. So take note that the life of science is by way of factual gathering of data. So they have questions po. I am now ending my presentation. Maraming salamat.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, Dr. Gilbert C. Magulo Jr. on his very comprehensive discussion about navigating the pathways, or on a topic, navigating the pathways to successful journal article publication in Web of Science and Scopus. Okay? I would like to remind our participants that our session for this evening is only allocated for 3 hours. We will cater to as many questions as possible depending on the availability of our time. And looking at our time today, we still have 10 minutes. And I think that we can use the remaining minutes we have for the open forum session. Okay, to our participants here who will be tapped to ask questions, I would like you to introduce yourself first, the institution where you are affiliated with, and your question. Okay? Doc, antay-antay lang natin na may mga mag-pop na mga questions dito sa chat function ng Zoom, and also there at the POMI channel in YouTube. Tingnan po natin mamaya. Again, we're encouraging our participants here to also write or share to us your insights about the talk provided to us by Dr. Magulan. Okay? Doc, I have one personal question. I
Yes, sir.
hosted an event yesterday, and the topic is quite similar, obviously, as it deals with Scopus and Web of Science. Doc, in dealing with Scopus publication, we know it that journals are categorized based on their citing quartile indexes. Basically, Scopus journals are divided into 4 quartiles, having the first and the second quartiles as those with higher index points. Doc, how do you look at the idea that if you want your paper to be highly published in Scopus index journals, you publish it in journals categorized as third and fourth quartiles, even if they have lower cited index points?
Okay. First things first, Sir Adrian, the opportunity that your paper has been accepted, regardless whether it's Q1 or Q4, as long as it's legit Scopus, that's actually a good opportunity. That's a starting point. But doon sa metrics natin, the higher the journal's ranking in its quartile, the more it gets citations. And when the more it gets citations, the more that it gives productivity indicator to the researcher. We do not discourage our faculty members naman, pero we try to encourage them that they should be able to look, no, na talagang yung paper nila ma-publish nila sa journal na talagang legit is Scopus at Web of Science. But on the other way around, the author, if gusto niya talagang i-cite yung paper niya, he can actually do a marketing plan of the paper. You can actually do the information sharing of the paper. Yun, sir.
Okay,
I
Doc.
hope
Thank you, Doc. Yes, Doc. Again, reiterated by Dr. Magulod, karangalan na po na ma-publish in a Scopus Index Journal yung paper natin. And again, it is recommended especially to new or blossoming researchers to, venture even if it is on a third or fourth quartile kind of Scopus Index Journal. Okay, Doc, we already have your questions popping here in Zoom. We have a question from Sir John Rogel Orsua. Hello, sir. Good evening. Is there a software for AI detector po? What do you think of that, Doc?
Yeah, actually, there is, sir. There are. Kasi ang dami po, Sir Roger. For example, if the paper is generated through ChatGPT, hindi kasi tayo nag-example. For example, yung isang statement na generate sa ChatGPT, you copy that ChatGPT to AI detector, pwede niyang sabihin kung ito ay human or computer generated. So, yung AI detector kasi natin, it gives idea kung ilang percent yung kinopya niya, kung human ba siya or AI yung nag-generate na yan. Actually, ang dami po. No? Just click AI detector, marami. Example, ito po. Just a minute, ano ko lang, Sir Adrian, ha?
Yes, Doc. Yes, Doc.
Para meron tayong one. Anyway, kung lahat naman dito is alam, let's give an opportunity para... Okay. Ito, Sir... Sino nagtanong kanina? Okay. Ito, for example, the information is ChatGPT generated. I-kopya mo yung na-generate sa ChatGPT, i-paste mo dito yung information, no? Then, sasabihin niya kung ito ay computer generated. Example, kunin natin yung kinuha natin sa industry ng sugarcane kanina. So, the sugarcane industry check AI for content. For example, so sasabihin niya ngayon kung ito ay how robotic is your content, it's likely to be human. So dahil ito ay the paragraph was taken from the OST website. So human generated siya. Pero kapag AI generated, sabihin niya 97%, 95% generated. And that's how I also check outputs of my research students.
Okay, thank you so much, Doc. That question comes from Sir John Rogel Orsua from University of Antique Main Campus. Actually, we have here Ma'am Carmeline Pailangco. She's also providing us her own answer to the question provided by, or raised rather by Sir Orsua. Sabi ni Ma'am Carmeline, the Turnitin used in our university also as an AI detector po. Okay, thank you po, ma'am. And we have here Sir Johanny Anti. Sir, if your paper was published in a BIOS list journal, can we republish it again? Or can we republish our paper?
You can no longer publish it, sir. Actually, it's actually in the World Wide Web. So once you will publish it in a legit journal, madedetect na yan ng legit journal kung saan siya nakapublish. So hindi nyo na po mapapublish. That's why papers published in predatory journals can no longer be republished.
Okay.
Sayang yung opportunity.
Thank you, Doc. So, yun po ulit. So, sayang po yung opportunity, especially kapag yung produkto natin, we know how difficult it is to come up with one, and then only to have it, published in a journal na predatory. Okay? Doc, can we have concluding words from Dr. Magulod dealing with the topic provided to us today?
Okay, much has to be developed in terms of our research processes, in terms of research publication. But we hope we get something important today that will be the points for improvement in your paper. And today is just a prelude, parang packet lecture lang tonight, because I will be lecturing tomorrow and until Sunday as part of this training. So thank you very much for your participation. Maraming salamat. We hope that the next opportunity here is nakapag-publish na kayo lahat sa mga legit journals, at ang i-discuss kong topic later will be citations na kung paano ma-cite yung mga papers ninyo. Thank you very much, Sir Adrian, and the
Okay, so
organizer.
again, that ends our question and answer portion. Kung may mga katanungan pa po ulit, face-to-face na po tayo bukas. Kaya alam ko na yung mga tanong nyo ay mas madaling masasagot rather ni Dr. Magulat. Okay, congratulations, Doc, for making our first session a successful one. With that, may I request everyone now to kindly open your camera for a quick photo. Okay, technical team, I would like you to take over now.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. So just keep smiling. So we have 3 panels in our room. Okay, so from panel 1, ready, 1, 2, 3, and smile. Okay, from panel 2, ready, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, last panel. Ready, 1, 2, 3, and smile. Okay, so thank you guys.
Okay, so nakikita natin yung ilan na i-enjoy na yung dagat at magulod. Yung session meron tayo, yung iba nanonood dyan kahit nasa dagat. Okay, so again, I would like you to enjoy your first night here in Boracay. And with that, see you tomorrow before 8 in the morning at La Carmela de Boracay. Thank you. God bless you, everyone.